So, why am I running London Marathon 2023 for Daisy's Dream? As with everything with me, there's a little story, but I'll try and keep it brief. So, a few years ago, I met a lady called Michelle. She was in charge of recruitment, running a company called Step Ahead Recruitment, doing the recruiting for an old company I used to work for. Michelle and I became very quick friends because Michelle is a bundle of energy, enthusiasm. She's one of those infectious people that you can't help but enjoy spending time with. And as our friendship grew, Michelle shared her story with me. And it's a little bit of a sad story, but it's important because it's part of the reason why all of the reason why I'm running for Daisy's Dream. So this all takes place about 19 years ago. Michelle and her husband Ted had been married almost 20 years at that point. And Michelle came home from work one day to find that Ted had taken his own life. At the time, Michelle and Ted had a young son. And those of you out there with a family, I'm sure, can appreciate the terrible shock you must feel to suddenly lose the father of your child and be facing a future, without them to help you, and her son facing a future without a dad. Obviously, an awful thing to happen. And Michelle needed to act and wanted to protect her son and help him overcome his dad's death as best she could. And she found Daisy's Dream, a wonderful charity who specialise in supporting children through bereavement and things like that. So Michelle and Daisy's Dream have been working together ever since. So Daisy's Dream worked closely with Michelle's son, providing him with counselling services and all sorts of other things to help him overcome the loss and adapt to life without his dad around. And they also did the same for Michelle, helping her out. And they continue, even though this was 19 years ago, to keep in touch with Michelle and help her out. And they help out thousands of other families in a similar position. There is very limited support for this sort of thing provided by the NHS because the NHS is in trouble, as we know, and is unable to kind of keep up with the demand. And sadly, it comes down to charities like Daisy's Dream to provide these vital services and help children get through this and stop, terrible things that may happen to them when they're young from affecting them into adulthood. And I feel really passionately about this. I think this is a wonderful charity and a wonderful thing that Daisy's Dream do. And they rely heavily on donations like most charities do in order to keep running. They had some London Marathon places come up. Michelle didn't fancy running the marathon herself, so she gave me a call, would I like to do it? And of course I said yes. I jumped at the opportunity. I'm not going to lie to you, the marathon training is tough. I'm 45 years old, I'm not getting any younger, and I do find it hard, but I find that the reward of being able to raise money for these charities overcomes any hardship that I personally might be feeling through my training. I'm trying to raise £5,000 this year, and there's a link below for you guys to jump on and fire me over a donation if you can. I know that times are tough out there in the UK at the moment. Everybody's feeling the pinch, so am I. I've got a young family myself. But sometimes a little bit of charity can go a long way. And if we can just have small donations from lots of people, that's just as good as a few big donations from other people. So if you can donate even just a small amount, I would massively appreciate it. It helps me more than you can possibly imagine to know that people are supporting my cause and supporting my fundraising. I know it means the world to Michelle and her son and all the other families that Daisy's Dream support. So if you can donate a bit of money to my cause, please do, and look out for me on the day, crossing London Bridge, hopefully with a big smile on my face.